OK, we're joined now in the studio by Billy Mcgranaghan. He's the founder of Dad's House, a charity and food bank. Billy, great to see you as ever. We're hearing that inflation is going down, but it's taking a long time to reach those out there, the members of the public. What kind of people are coming to see you specifically at Dad's House now? It must have changed more and more, ordinary working class, hard-working people being dragged in.
Yeah, we've seen well, first of all, Dad's House is classless. So we've got, as I mentioned before when I was on a programme, dads who are on £40,000 to £90,000 a year. And where we are in Kensington, Chelsea, Hammersmith and Fulham, the rents are sky high. We've got dads who are not on a fixed mortgage, so their disposable income has went with the interest rates. They don't have that, you know. So with that, and also the family that they're looking after, the new rentals, the new mortgage, you know, dads are struggling, families are struggling throughout the UK. You know, we'll get calls and emails from local authorities throughout the UK on how to access any kind of benefits, you know, and how to access a food bank.
Mm. And in terms of the percentage increase, how big has the boom been in people coming to see you since the cost of living crisis has kicked in? Oh,
it's been 100%, and especially during school holidays. You know, we've seen a huge increase in children coming along, obviously with the parents to our office, and child poverty is rocketing out of control, especially in London just now. You know, because the schools are closed, they're not getting lunch at school, sometimes they're going without breakfast. You know, so we see so many different kind of parents coming in who they can't work during the holidays. They don't have that family network of live with your auntie or your uncle, you know, so they're taking time off.
Because there will be people watching, Billy, who would think, Kensington? There's not going to be people needing food banks in Kensington. But the reality, as you're explaining, is very, very different. And what sort of jobs do people do? Because they're people who are employed who are using the food banks. What sort of jobs are they doing that still mean that they need to come in?
Well, I mean, last week we had 2 nursery school teachers who just signed up, you know, and again, with the high rents where we are in West London, people need a food bank. Not every week, it'll be 2 or 3 times a month, just to top up what they have and what they haven't got, because mums and dads are actually going without food for 2 or 3 days a week, a month, or even running out of electric.
Without food at all for 2 or 3 days a month.
And they're going without electric because they're on prepayment meters and they're in private accommodation that landlords, since April, they put up the rent 7.5%.
And do you have any trouble finding people to volunteer to help with the food banks, because they need to work themselves at the moment?
Yeah, well, we're lucky that we've got the most amazing volunteers that any charity could ever have. And actually, one of our partners have just given us £12,000 for our lunch club, Delancey, and we've been partners with them for nearly 6 years now, you know, so that's going to help so many families who come for lunch and who need that practical support, nutrition, lunch, food, you know, and just to have a chat with someone and say, it's going to be okay.
Talking,
And Billy, I've done a lot of work around men's mental health. You and I have worked together before on this, and I know particularly that sense of pride, that sense of I'm a failure if I reach out for help, that stoicism, that stiff upper lip can be a barrier, particularly for men. How do you help to overcome that? What do you say to men out there, fathers out there, who want help but they're too proud to ask?
I think for the dads who are looking for help, go to the local authority, go to Dad's charities, call Dad's House, you know, email Dad's House. We'll get back in touch with you within a couple of hours, you know, and we'll have a chat. And if you're in West London or London, come and have a coffee. And we've got guitar lessons, we've got yoga, we've got breakfast clubs. You know, we've got so many different projects up and running 7 days a week, and football nights twice a week. And last week, I think I mentioned I was doing my Sir Alex. I'm not a good manager.
So it's a bit of escapism for people away from the pressures of all this.
Well, you know what is, when people have got problems, as much as it's a huge problem, it's nice just to forget it for 20 minutes and get the guitar out and have a song, you know, or get on a yoga mat. You know, and It's really important that dads realise that there is help out there, you know, and it's available.
Billy Mcgranaghan, excellent, inspiring work as ever at Dad's House. Thanks for joining us.
You.
Appreciate it.
Cheers.